What is it about man's relentless quest for speed? His need to build the perfect beast? To defy nature in search of a new rush? A new thrill? Barely kissing the water at speeds in excess of 200 miles an hour, these men, part boat captain, part jet pilot, push their fears aside for a taste of victory. Pitting themselves against other men with the same driving spirit. These guys won't rest until they've gone faster, driven harder than anyone else before them. But they also understand the unspoken rule. When you dance with the devil, sometimes you get burned.
Miss Budweiser up and over again.
When accidents like this happen, there is one man who leads an elite rescue squad. His name is Eric Stielau, and he has been the Unlimited Hydroplane Racing Association's rescue director for the past 15 years.
You know, we have to cut them out, pry them out. We have to know where to do it, how to do it, what our time frame is, all while it's floating or partly submerged, right side up, upside down, possibly on fire.
Eric has extensive training in water rescue, scuba diving, emergency medicine, and firefighting. He is ready for the most complicated extraction when a hydroplane wipes out. His life-saving arsenal includes fire suppression equipment like halon and foam, a variety of extracting devices, C-15 cutter spreader, pneumatic reciprocal saws, and advanced life support capabilities for moments like this. The man who wrecks Miss Budweiser these days is Mark Evans.
You just hang on. Just go for the ride. It's the e-ticket ride of all things, and you have a whole procedure you go through when you land, though. And if you're upside down, first off, you purge your mask. You have an air mask that we wear. Get your steering wheel off out of the way, and then just wait for the rescue guys to get you. We got a hatch door into the bottom, so if you are upside down, they can drag you out from there.
When it comes to actual competition, Miss Bud is constantly battling with Smoke and Joe with speeds over 200 miles per hour. Running side by side, the slightest breath of wind can cause disaster. The pilot of Smoke and Joe is Mark Tate. He has won the Drivers' Championship for 2 years in a row. Before he became the best, he was saved by the best.
And it came right down on the cockpit, and it crushed the F-16 canopy, disintegrated it, and all the structure inside the boat then crushed Mark Tate inside the cockpit. I was knocked unconscious, just my air mask was severed off my face, my helmet was broke, and otherwise I would have probably drowned because they had to cut me out of the boat.
Fortunately, the boat was floating very well, and we had some time to get him out. He was breathing. So we just cut the steel roll cage away from around him and carefully extracted him from the boat, during which time he regained consciousness and appeared to be doing very well.
Very well in the world of hydroplane professionals translates to a severe concussion, multiple head lacerations, and broken hands and arms.
We're very grateful to have a guy like Eric that knows the boats, knows the systems really well, works very closely with the local dive crew and paramedics at each race site. And if we didn't have a guy like that, I might have a little more concern being out on the racetrack.
All of the drivers on the Unlimited Hydroplane Tour are grateful to Eric and his crew. But Eric's responsibilities do not end with the tour. 1993, Ken Dryden was on a test run with the experimental model Miss Elam. Luckily, Eric was there. When Dryden hit the water, the driver's canopy was sheared off at his legs. His injuries, severe. In the world of high-speed water racing, accidents happen. There is one man assigned to head the elite rescue team for Unlimited Hydros. His name is Eric Stielau. He has seen it all, including the wreck of the experimental hydrocraft, the Miss Elam.
he hit the water. The luck of the draw, he hit bad, and the cockpit basically broke apart, and he was hurt very badly.
It really made a better airplane than it ever did a boat. And the boat was designed never to blow all the way over backwards. So the boat got way up, nose up attitude, then stalled, corrected itself, and slammed back down onto the water. At that point, it sheared the cockpit up right about leg level, and I received 7 broken bones in my legs and 3 broken vertebrae in my back.
It was a fairly difficult rescue. He was entangled deeply in the wreckage of the boat. But fortunately, he did end up upright, and the boat was floating quite well, and that's a big factor. He was breathing on his own, and it gives us a little more time to get him out.
Once the boat gets in the air, you've got, in that particular boat, we probably had 7 to 10 seconds before, from the point of lifting off to impact. You got time to shut the motor down. I had time to take my fingers, let go of the steering wheel, tuck them inside my shoulder harnesses. Just about busted all my fingers doing it. But that's what saved my hands, because the whole cockpit came off and flipped down and underneath the boat, and the boat still had forward momentum. And that's what broke my legs, folded my legs back underneath the boat. That's where Eric came in. The divers got down there, had to physically pull the cockpit back up into a righted position so they could free my legs. You know, when we looked at the guy with the leg saw over there starting her up, we started to sweat a little bit. We just could not do this without them. They have saved our bun so many times that it's just not funny. They're very professional. They're Johnny on the spot out there when you get in trouble. So you really want a guy that knows the ins and outs of each individual boat, each individual team. Eric's your guy.